name is Frankie Lopez, and I'm doing this video for the iSearch paper. And my topic is propaganda, and I chose that because I've always wanted to know what the propaganda was and what it meant, and how like why is it important? Because I hear it everywhere and stuff like that. Why? I mean, I don't hear it everywhere, but you know, I've always wanted to know about it because it's pretty interesting. I don't know too much about it. Well, now I do, but before the paper, before the research and everything, I didn't know that much. So yeah, that's why I chose the topic. And some of my research questions were what is propaganda first of all, and how propaganda works, and what are the techniques, if there is techniques or any styles or forms of it that that are used. So yeah, techniques and stuff, and what's the most common type, the most used style of propaganda, and how to become aware of it and stop it from controlling you or manipulating you. So those are some those are my top five research questions, and some of the interesting things I've learned while I was doing this paper were the techniques, because there was a whole bunch. There was really a lot of techniques and stuff, and if I were to put them all down on this paper, it'd be a really thick iSearch paper. So I didn't do all of them. I only put down like how much, one, two, three, four. I put down like five, or five out of the whole, like, you know 30,000. I was exaggerating, but yeah, there's a lot. And so like one of them would be assertion, where um, like something like a product or something is being presented to you in a high energetic way, saying, "Oh, this is good. Use this and buy it now," even though like some of the facts aren't necessarily like true all the way. Half truths or misinformation and stuff like that. And that's assertion, when they present it to you that way, and they expect you to buy it without putting research into it, or further um, without further information on it. And bandwagon, a lot of people know what bandwagon is, and that's when dang it, that's when there's something being presented. Oh, and I'm going to use the word presented a lot because I don't know of another better word to use, but presented, something's being presented to you saying, "Oh, use this, and if you're not doing this, like you're the reject, you're the one who's left out. Just come on, follow us. We're on the winning side." And the average person would wants to be on the winning side. So they're eventually they just go ahead and buy or do whatever the other people on the other side are doing, and that usually works a lot. And card stacking is when you only like keep presenting the good of something, like in a job interview, when you're speaking to the guy you're being interviewed by. I really don't know who that is. I've never applied for a job, but like to one of those people is when you just present the good about yourself and never the bad. And then lesser of two evils is when you present your option as the least offensive out of everything, so that works too. And plain folk is when somebody is presenting something, and is um, is used to persuade or appeal to the common person. So that would be plain folk. And testimonial is when um, is when a famous person would go and like go in a commercial and say, like, I don't know the person's name, but there was a famous lady, and she was pretty chunky, and she was on a commercial for like some Weight Watching thing, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I would always do this, but thanks to Weight Watchers 101 handbook thing, it's worked and it's changed my life." And then so that's a testimonial, and since she's famous and it worked for her and stuff like that, it makes other people want to buy the product because of her testimonial. So that would be testimonial. That's a technique. And how did I grow as a researcher? I grew pretty big. I wouldn't do such a good of a job on my own if it wasn't for Miss Martinez's help. And what this means to me, uh, I don't know if it means a lot because I don't know, but it doesn't mean anything to me that much, but it gave me at least some closure, I guess. So I die with a peaceful soul, knowing now knowing what propaganda is and stuff like that. So I guess that's it. So I guess yeah, that's it.